Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this evening? Or whenever you're watching this video. How are you guys doing today? Happy Monday. Okay, I think I should probably leave my phone in my pocket because it is so cold outside. I've been trying to get out here all day, but it has taken me all day to get out here. I am so bundled up. I have a t-shirt on, I have a hoodie, I have this coat on, I have my blanket, I have jeans. I'm sitting on the blanket, so here's the blanket. I have my blanket, I have jeans on, I have my Ugg boots. I'm wrapping the blanket all around me. Winter is officially here. Winter is officially here. It is so cold outside. I actually filmed a video today, which I titled, A Walk in the First Snow of the Year. We got a lot more snow last night than I thought we were gonna get. We got a lot more snow. If you want to see how much snow we got, you can go watch that video. But anyway, let's do a little time and temperature check really quick. I have to be honest with you guys. I do not know how long this vlog is going to be. I am starting to fade fast. I'll probably be like 10 minutes into this and I'll be like, oh, and talking like crazy, and it'll end up being like an hour and a half or something. But right now I'm like, if I make it 20 minutes, sometimes like I like to sit out here because the cold feels like so refreshing. I have been going all day. I have been looking forward to vlogging like for the last 2 hours. I'm like, should I film another video or should I just start vlogging? I have been looking forward to vlogging for like literally the last 2 hours. I was like, I just want to sit and relax and talk to you guys. I've had a really, really good day, but I have been filming all day long. I had to make some phone calls earlier, some recovery stuff was going on, I had some appointments I had to schedule, so I was either on the phone or I was filming. And it has seemed like today has been nonstop. Coming off the weekend, you know, I haven't been filming a whole lot on Saturdays and Sundays except for my vlog. Back in the day, I used to film 7 days a week. I want to kind of get back to that, or at least like I was talking about this last month. Pre-filming some videos throughout the week so that I have those to go up on Saturdays and Sundays. Like, that's my plan. The problem with that plan is that I don't usually start getting filming until about 12:30 or 1, if even that early. And so by the time I get done, like Alex is coming home, like he's in the living room right now he's watching Wednesday, the new season of Wednesday, and he's hanging out with the dogs and stuff like that. And so by the time he comes home, like for me to film another video or two to have it go up on Saturday or Sunday would mean that I would start vlogging at like 8 o'clock, which means that I've been like literally talking on camera. By the time I am done, like I am done talking for the night. So anyway, but yeah, for like the last 2 hours, I have been like ready to come out here, but I knew that it was going to be so cold. And so when Alex came home, he goes, well, I'll just sit upstairs and watch TV and you can like film inside in front of the computer. I go, no, I want to go outside. Like it's refreshing. It'll probably wake me up a little bit before I go inside. And I don't know. I'm not sure a walk is going to happen tonight. If a walk is going to happen, it's going to be a very short walk. I was actually coming back from filming this video that I did where I walked around the neighborhood and looked at the snow and walked around the woods and stuff. And I passed this woman that I pass usually like when I'm on my walks, because she has this coat, but it's like long. And so we were talking about our coats one day, because her coat comes to about her knees, but it's the exact same coat. So one day we were talking about our coats, and she walks real fast too. One day we happened to I was coming out of the neighborhood and she was like turning left. And so we were walking kind of like side by side. We've talked before. And so she was like, we have the same coat. And I was like, yeah, so I know her. And so when I was walking back to the house today, she was like passing me the other way. And I said, it's kind of cold out here today. She goes, yeah, I'm cutting my walk short. It's really cold. And she goes, it's windy too. So I am not really sure. I've been doing really great on my walks. I've been walking almost every single day. So I'm thinking tonight I might just take a break from my walk. I think it's supposed to be warmer tomorrow. Either tomorrow or the next. No, I think it's supposed to be cold tomorrow, and then Wednesday it's supposed to be warmer. So I may take a break. I've got these, I thought I had one bin of t-shirts in the basement. Somebody said something on the vlog. They were like, did Peter say 50 t-shirts? I don't know what that meant, but like, I have a lot of t-shirts. I've had a lot. Now I don't, but because I've gone through all the t-shirts. But honestly, like, I don't mean this, but like 50 t-shirts doesn't sound like a lot to me because, I mean, I don't really ever get rid of like t-shirts that mean something to me. So anyway, I thought I had one bin of t-shirts in the basement. These t-shirts are from like 20 years ago, but I have 2 bins. So I kind of like to listen to my audiobook and go through those bins tonight. They're not huge. They're like this big and kind of like that deep. But once I go through those 2 bins and I like bag up what I'm going to donate and I wash what I'm going to keep, then I literally have gone through like everything. I thought I just had this one bin, but it's 2 bins. So once I go through that, then I've literally gone through like everything in this entire house. So I think I might skip my walk tonight. I'm kind of actually thinking about ordering something too. Alex is hungry, so I was like, well, maybe when I go inside and get done vlogging, I'll be like, do you want to get pizza? I've been kind of craving pizza lately. So maybe we'll just call today like a relax. Everybody says cheat day. I don't know if I necessarily consider it a cheat day because, like, I might like eat like a Little Debbie Christmas tree or something like that. I reviewed those today. I won't be, they're chocolate ones. I don't love them. I'm gonna give them to Caroline because they taste like ding dongs. But I mean, they're not bad, but I like the white frosting ones better, or the white cake ones better. I might like eat like one of those. Like, this is where I don't necessarily consider it a cheat day anymore because I'm better with like, I used to eat until I was like uncomfortably full. Like, if I bought a box of Little Debbie's, I would like eat half the box of Little Debbie's. Sometimes maybe even like a whole bag of chips. I don't do that anymore. Like, when I'm full, I stop. That's probably been one of the best tricks I've learned, is that, and I actually learned this when I worked in treatment because I was working with this woman that I was friends with, that I worked with. She lost a lot of weight, and I can remember talking to her, and she was like, one of the things, because they would go out, she and her husband would go out to dinner every night, and I said, like, what are you doing? And she's like, she wasn't even really exercising a whole lot. She goes, one of the things I do is, I think I've talked about this in videos before with her, because I mean, I literally learned this. I stopped working there almost 18 years ago, so it's been probably 3 years since she and I had this conversation. And she said, one of the things I do is when we go out to eat, like when I'm full, because she was like me, she would eat until she was uncomfortably full. They call it now binge eating disorder. I don't know. I just eat until I'm like, oh, I can't move. But she said when they would go out to eat, if she got full, she would stop eating and then she would just take the rest of it home. I have learned to do that. Like, I've really learned to do that. I also, like, I would make, at home, like, I would, like, make, like, if I was going to, like, gross amounts of food, and then I felt like I don't want to waste the food. My mom was like that, too, with wasting food. And so then I would just, like, eat it anyway. Now I don't do that. Now I don't make huge amounts of food. Like, I would make like 3 sandwiches. Today I like make a sandwich, and if I'm hungry again, I'll make another sandwich, but I don't make like 3 sandwiches at a time. I don't bring like a bag of chips, and I mean, every once in a while, but like I'll put chips on a plate. Like, I don't do it the way that I used to. So it's been a lot of like training like that of like, and then when I'm full, I just like stop. That was probably one of the hardest things to do for me with like getting healthy, but it's probably been one of the best things for me as far as like, I don't know, like getting healthier, is like when I'm full, I stop eating. I've heard these things through the years. Like, I heard this like 20 years ago as well, like eat to live, don't live to eat. And it's this idea that like, I used to live to eat. Like, I would sit there, I just love food, and it's like emotional comfort for me. And that's where like the food issues and the food addiction comes in, and I have to talk about all that stuff. Like, I have to have people that I talk to, like my therapist, my sponsor, my friends of mine that have gone through the same thing. And we talk about that stuff, and it's really, really helpful to me. But anyway, so I don't know that I necessarily will call it a cheat night. Because even if I eat, like, if I get a pizza, the other thing too is like with ordering food now, because I still DoorDash food from time to time. If I DoorDash food, I haven't had pizza, I feel like it's been a long time, but like Noodles and Company, if I do it, I usually try to order something that, like, this is why I don't do like Cheesecake Factory anymore, because like getting like factory nachos from Cheesecake Factory, that's not something I'm going to warm up in a day or two. My husband would, but I don't do that. Like, there are certain foods to me, he's in the kitchen right now, there's certain foods to me that you just don't warm up. Like, I don't know, nachos just get kind of like weak. And so, but like with Noodles and Company, like I can just put it back in the refrigerator and heat it up like the next day. So it's easy for me to like stop eating when I'm full, but I also don't feel like I'm wasting the food, if that makes sense. Okay, let's do a time and temperature check. This is a boring conversation. Somebody will be like, no, it isn't. It's really helpful. Okay, the phone is getting cold, so I'm going to put it in my pocket. But it is 6:22 p.m. And let's see what the temperature is outside. It is currently, are you guys ready for this? It is currently 30 degrees outside. Let's look and see what the chance of snow, 1%. Okay, let's see what tomorrow is supposed to be. 41, today's high was 34. Tomorrow is 41, but I don't think any precipitation tomorrow. He's cooking up something right now. Wednesday is going to be 57, so it'll be much warmer. And then it's, oh, Saturday it's going to be 70. See, this is what's so crazy about Indiana weather, and then it's in the 50s all next week. But this is what's crazy about Indiana weather. Okay, so it's going to be 70 on Saturday. Are you guys ready? Look, there's all this snow. Now you can really see how dark it is. Look at all this snow out there. So, last night when I was vlogging, what pocket do I want? Is there an inside pocket in here? I have this sweatshirt on that says "Be Kind." Is there an inside pocket in here? There's not. I like inside pockets and coats. Oh, and I also just made, this is my very first cup of coffee for the day. I'm thinking in my head because people now send me that. So if you go underneath my video, you can like AI generate like what the video is about, like on my vlog. And on one of, I think I did it on my drama video, I was like reading it. I need to lean back. My back is starting to hurt. And it said like, Peter discusses his first cup of coffee for the day. And I said, that's why you can't trust AI. That's a lie. Or no, my morning cup of coffee, it said. I said, I never have a morning cup of coffee. I always wait till I vlog. But so my very first cup of coffee, what time did I say it was? It's 6:24 now. So my very first cup of coffee for the day is at 6:30 at night. It's almost 6:30 at night. This is that Illy brand. It's the Intenso coffee, and I have one Splenda in it. So, oh, that's good. The Javalia is good. The what's the other one? I can never remember what. Not Barcelo, but whatever it is. This is my least favorite of the three, but I still really like it. I'm going to bring you guys in a little bit closer so that I can lean back in this chair. Oh, don't. Oh, it's caught up in my... Okay. The hose is still out here. I got to take the hose. The ferns are inside. They are not in the bathtub. The ferns are in the garage. They are drying out so that I can take them up to the bathtub. But I did find... That's one of the reasons why I want to go through the bins in the basement, too. Because I need, like, 3 bins for the bathroom upstairs for the ferns. They're doing good, though. I was kind of surprised. I brought them in last night because I was like, oh, so this is what happened. So last night when I was vlogging, if you watch my vlog from yesterday, it was like snowing, but it was real light outside. And I was like, I didn't think it, I think I even said in the vlog yesterday, I don't think it's going to stick or anything. And then towards the end of the vlog, I was like, oh, it's sticking on the roof over there. Well, I didn't really think much about it. And then got done with my vlog and stuff like that. Went on my walk. It was a shorter walk last night because it was cold and it was snowing, but it was like at times it would like come down. It just seemed like snow flurries to me, and it was sticking, but it didn't really seem like it was sticking that much. Alex and I got caught up on, what did we watch last night? We got caught up on something last night. We were watching something when I got back from my walk and stuff. And at some point, like, I went to go take the dogs out, and I got them on their leashes and stuff like that, and the harnesses. And Walter walked out, and Otis pulled back. And I was like, what's going on? And Otis didn't want to go outside. So I left him, like, inside, and Alex was like, what's wrong? And I was like, Otis doesn't want to go outside. So I brought Walter out here. Well, it was snowing. Like, it was sticking to the ground. We ended up getting, like, 1.5 inches last night of snow. I mean, like, it's like 1.5 inches, 2 inches of snow. And it stuck all the way through most of today. It melted a little bit today, but last night, it was a lot. So here's the outcome. Otis is not really sure of the snow yet. He's not, but he's also shorter than Walter. So, like, the leaves around the tree, he likes to go to the leaves around the tree. Well, they were covered in snow last night. So he was pulling me. So finally, when Otis did go outside, I, like, carried him out. I, like, put him in the snow, and then he kind of, like, figured it out. I mean, he got the snow, like, earlier, but, like, he wasn't really sure of it. Like, I took them out. Had I taken them out when I vlogged yesterday for their, like, because I recorded it. I took them out, and I was like, their first snow, and I recorded them. But at that point, there wasn't really that much snow. Or was that the night before and it snowed? Now I can't remember. Did I talk about it on here? I'm thinking about 3 different phone conversations I had telling people about Otis and Walter's first snow. But anyway, when it was like snowing last night, because I didn't think they would do anything in it. I was like, they're not going to do anything. Well, when I brought Otis out here, Walter, like, he likes to play in it. He, like, digs his, like, nose in it. It's real cute. He's like Boo Radley. Like, he likes to play in the snow. Like, when I brought him out here alone, he, like, ran in it. Like, I ran with him, and he ran in it. When I brought Otis out here, Otis wasn't really sure of it. He's like, it's like, he kind of, because he sinks in it. It was very cold, so I didn't want to bring them out here for long because I didn't want their little pawpaws to get cold. And so, I call them their little pawpaws. So, but Otis, so Walter peed, but Walter wouldn't poop in it. And I was like, oh, this is why I didn't want to train a dog in the winter. Because I just was like, they're not going to be sure of the snow and stuff. What was so crazy was, when I picked up Otis and I brought him out here, he pooped and peed, like, right away. I could not believe it. I brought him, I was like, good boy, good boy. I gave 2 little treats. I was so excited. They're little chewy milk bones. They're like that big, and I break them up into thirds, and they're like in a little bowl right inside there, and I just bring a handful when I bring them out. I was like, good boy, good boy. So then Walter, they now go to the door if they need, so they're learning. Not always do they go to the door, but they're learning, okay? Like, we might have 1 accident in the house like every 3 days now, which is good. But I take them out so much. But, you know, they got to learn, right? The thing is that, like Alex said something on last night about treat. I go, they don't know that word. He goes, what word do they think is treat? And I go, Potty. And he goes, potty. I go, don't. And then they're like, because like when they come outside, I go, do your potties. And so then they go and they do their potties, and then they come right back over to me and they want a treat. So they think treat, I think, means pot. I don't know. The words they know so far is, they know house. Like, if I go to your house, it's so weird. Boo and Tucker were the same way. If I go to your house, and I train them with the house, too. They run right down their house. But they spend a lot of time in there. They really like it. Like, I keep the light on downstairs. When they sleep, I don't keep it on. But, like, during the day when I'm filming, they'll, like, either be on the landing, or they're, like, and they'll play in their house. Like, they play with the toys, and they really like their house. They know house. They know daddy, because when I say daddy... Not like that, but like Alex is daddy. I'm dad, he's daddy. So I'll be like, daddy's home, or daddy's coming home. They get real excited about that. What other words do they know? They know dinner. Breakfast, any meal is dinner. They know dinner. They know toy. Like, I'll be like, you want a toy? They get real excited about that. There's a couple other words they know. Walter knows shake and sit. Otis doesn't know either one of those. Otis just sits all the time anyway. Walter's learning it. Like, if you say sit, like, cause then you, like, push on his butt, he'll, like, go down, like, begrudgingly, like, I guess. He'll shake, though. He does this all the time. He loves to shake. What else do they know? Well, I'm trying to differentiate between poopy and potty. I don't think they get it quite yet. But then I was like, okay, Walter's not going to poop in the snow, which means Walter's going to have an accident in the house. I was like, So I kept on bringing him out, like, every half an hour. Like, the 3rd time he pooped outside, I was like, yes, Walter, good boy, good boy. I was so excited about it. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, okay? This potty training is not for the weak of heart, all right? It is, there is so much, I am not good at it. I'm just not, like, oh, God, I'm, like, hurting what is going on with my leg? I am not good with the potty training. I'm doing everything, the leash training, the potty training, everything I've read online, every suggestion that people have given me, I have tried. I mean, they're coming along, but, like, I have friends of mine that'll be like, oh, our dogs were trained, like, 3rd time they went out. I'm like, what? Like, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she's like, are you still having a hard time with them? And I said, like, as far as the potty training, I go, they're getting it. They go to the back door, but, like, sometimes they go over here and play anyway. So sometimes I can't tell. Like, it's not like they come to the back door and they scratch. Right? I wish they were doing... You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And the other thing is that, like, they do it separately. So, like, when Otis has to pee, Walter doesn't have to pee. But then I have to get them all, like, in their harnesses and the leashes. It's just, you know. And so I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and she got a dog about the same time that I did. And I said... I was telling her about it. Well, one of my friends... She was like, one of my friends was like, we all got dogs around the same time. And she was like, oh, it was like 3 times. And they were potty trained. I was like, 3 times? But she also has like a fenced-in yard. And then the other friend of mine was like, it was like a month. She said it took about a month. My friend the other day I was talking to, she said something about some kind of band. I was like, I'm not doing that. She's like, I don't want to either, but she's like, I know somebody that did it. Apparently it's like supposed to help with their bladders or something like that. She's like, yeah, it's like this puppy. They haven't had a new puppy in like as long as we have. And she's like, it is so like I get home from work and she's like, the rest of my night is puppy training. It is not for the weak of heart. Like, listen, y'all out there that have kids, I mean, raising kids I know is 1,000 times harder, 1,000,000 times harder. It's one of the reasons why we don't want kids. You know what I mean? But like, and I knew getting these dogs because Alex was like, these are your dogs. I'll love them. I mean, I have all these pictures of Alex like having the dogs on it. He loves the dogs so much. But they are my dogs. So like if I need him to feed him or take him out, he'll do that. But he'll be like, do you need me to take him out? I'm like, yeah. So he'll help with that stuff. But like they're my dogs and I'm fully aware of that. So like Alex will be like, have you ever thought about trying? I'm like, I tried that. I'm like, I'm doing my best. They're doing good though. They really are. I mean, they're only 5 months old, you know? They're doing good. All of Walter's adult teeth are in, I think. Otis still has like some baby teeth that he's losing. So Otis is still like biting a lot, but Walter's not biting. I know people are probably like, we're so sick of hearing about the dog updates. Well, get ready because I bought a bunch of stuff at PetSmart. So I'm going to do a PetSmart haul this week. But I also, like Christmas stuff. But we also got their newest bark box. So I'm going to do that one. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow on my Peter Does Stuff channel. So that's going to be 2 videos with the dogs this week. So anyway, I feel like I just got to keep on talking because if I don't keep on talking, then I'm going to freeze to death out of here. Like, this coat has these little things in here. You know what I want so bad I've always wanted? I know that Lululemon has them, but I feel like, do I need Lululemon stuff? Do you ever think that way? I get online and their stuff is pants, $160 for like, they look like athletic wear. I'm like, nobody needs $200 pair of pants. I know people love Lululemon, but do you know what I want? I've wanted one of these forever. Do you guys know? I don't think I've ever had one. But maybe I have. I've always wanted one of like those hoodies or like a coat where you put the thumb through there. Do you guys want? I think Lululemon was like the first one that had them. I've always wanted one of those and I've never gotten one. Maybe I'll have to look this week. I need to get some new stuff. So on Wednesday, I think that I'm gonna, I think Caroline and I might make her go to Macy's with me on Wednesday. I went to Dick's Sporting Goods. They have cute stuff. Their stuff's kind of expensive though. That's where I got this coat. But Macy's is always having great sales. Plus I have some Macy's cash. So I was like, maybe we'll go to Macy's and I'll buy like a pair or 2 of jeans. I always do better though, like buying jeans online. The problem is I'm like between like 3 different sizes of jeans. Like I have these jeans on today that are buffalo. And I have like 3 different pairs of jeans in the same size. And one is like skin tight, like I can't wear them. These are kind of baggy on me and the other ones fit just perfect. And they're all the same waist and length size. And they're all buffalo jeans. So I don't know. Like I feel like I have to try them on if I go to the store. I hate going to this. I like looking at the store. Like I like going to Macy's and looking around. I hate trying stuff on. But I'm like right now I have to try stuff on because I don't really know what size I am. I mean when you're 2 or 3 XL, like this is the deal. This is just the truth. Like you know an extra large and a large is not going to fit. And if the largest, like back in the day when I got all my t-shirts at Target, I knew the only size that was going to fit me was 2XL. So when I would go through their t-shirts, I'd just be like 2XL, 2XL. I never tried on anything because I knew they didn't have 3XL. I knew that's all that was going to fit me was a 2XL. And I loved like those Goodfellow t-shirts they're still some of my favorite t-shirts from Target. But like none of that stuff fits me. It's too big now. And it's all stretched out because I wore it for years and years and years. But a lot of places that you go like a 36 or, you know, a pair of pants or whatever, it's like one place is too big and one place it's way too small. So it just kind of depends. I got to try some stuff on. I just hate going to the store and trying stuff on, you know. But anyway, I've got enough stuff to get me through fall and winter. I'd like to have a couple new things, you know. I mean, hell, I lost weight. I might as well buy a couple new things that make me happy, you know what I mean? But anyway, I thought I heard somebody walking out there on the street, but it was leaves. Can I just tell you, like, one of my favorite, 2 of my favorite moments of the day? You know I love to sleep, okay? But like I'll take my walk and then like, you know, watch TV. Alex and I usually watch TV about the same time. Well, he'll watch it longer because I take my nap. And then get the dogs ready for the nap and whatever. I love when I lay down for my nap. It's like, because I have all my, like, everything's all ready in the kitchen. I have like the Keurig, like all filled so I can make my cup, I turn it on when I come downstairs. I got my 2 candles, the trims wick, so I have them ready to go. The candle wax melter is like already filled. So I come downstairs for my nap. If I, you know, like put on my comfy pajamas. I got my new, brand new, always comfy pajamas on the couch, couch in the bedroom, ready to put on. So when I, oh, it's getting windy. So when I get up for my nap, so like my nap, this is going to sound so strange. I don't know why I find this so comforting. Well, I've always, I've talked a lot on here about air conditioning my leg. So it's something my mom used to always talk about. So when I sleep at night, I put like my one leg out, my left leg out, just a foot usually. Cause I like to be all covered up, but then I like one foot to get some, you know, air. But when Boo last year was really sick towards the end, we made like these beds on the floor, like on the pallet, because we didn't want him like on the bed because we were afraid of like, you know, whatever. We had, at first we started with pillows around the bed, but then we just like, it was better for him with like the pacing and stuff. We just made like, we used like the Costco blankets. We had like 2 beds down there. Like we used all that stuff. We made this huge bed. And the bed was like over by where Alex is. Like if you watch my videos, I film in the bedroom where the chest of drawers is, the white one. The bed was over there. So, or it would be like, we had another bed that was like right below me. And so when I would lay and I would sleep at night, whether I was on my back or my side, I could see Boo Radley. I could see him like in his bed, or I could see him like on the blanket. And I remember what I would do is, because we have a comforter, and then I always put like that Pendleton fleece blanket over on my side. Alex doesn't like it on his side unless it's really cold, like in the winter. So I just put it on my side. So I have 2 blankets. So what I would do is, I would wrap those 2 blankets underneath me, and then I would put my arm, like it would just kind of set like on this shelf of blankets inside, and then I would have my foot out. And I don't know why, like at that time we also had like the night lights and stuff in the bedroom, and I found that like so comforting. I don't know, it was just something about like, I can remember finally when Boo Radley, when he wasn't pacing and he would like just like, he would just lay down, and the little guy was so exhausted, and I would just like look at him, he looked so sweet. And it was like the one time of the day that I finally felt relaxed, you know, because I was like worried about him all day long. And he'd finally be relaxed, and he would finally go to sleep. And I would just like look at him, and he'd be over there on his little, you know, bed or his blanket sleeping. And I had my arm tucked under, and then I had my one little foot out. And it was like so comforting. And so when I lay down at night to go to sleep, when I finally, or when I take my nap, like I still do that. And that is so comforting to me. It's like, I don't know, there's like, I know it sounds so corny, but maybe it's just because it reminds me of like that one time of the day when I could finally let my mind go and relax from back then. But still to this day, it's like, I feel like I can't lean back. I feel like if I lean back, I'm like way far away from you guys. But still to this day, this chair is all screwed up anyway. Still to this day, like, I think back about those days. Those days were so hard. I mean, so hard. And, I can just remember like that was the most relaxing part of the day. I almost kind of didn't want to go to sleep because I could just be like, I could see him and he was finally comfortable and relaxed, and I was relaxed. I can remember that like 15 or 20 minutes where I would just like lay there and I just didn't want to go to sleep, and I just was so comfortable. And I can remember the night light, like the blue light that we had in there. I don't know, there was something that was so homey and just, it felt so safe for me. And I knew that Boo was fine. Well, now Boo's gone, but we don't have the night light in there anymore, but I still do that with like my arm and the whatever, and I have myself all wrapped up, and I turn my pillow over. Like we have kind of firm pillows now, and so I turn my pillow over. But what's really weird is that during my naps and when I go to sleep at night, I almost like, it's kind of crazy. Like I was talking to my therapist about this. I think for so many years, I get in bed and my mind would just spin and spin and spin and spin. And it would start with like, I need to do this and I need to do that. But then it would go to like, I don't know, something I was worried about or something I was upset about or whatever. You know, then I worked through the OCD stuff. Then this last year I've worked through the anxiety. I don't know, maybe it's a lot of the medicine is helping. I don't know, but it seems like it started before I started taking the medicine, that I fall asleep pretty quickly these days. Like, not like, I mean, Alex like puts his head on the pillow, literally. I'll be like he puts his head on the camera stopped. I cannot believe I'm at 30 minutes already. I honestly didn't think I was going to make it out here that long in the cold. But Alex will, like, he puts his head on the pillow, he plugs in his phone, like, he's on his phone until the second he goes to bed. I don't do that. And he'll put his head on the pillow, and and he'll, like, turn the other way or turn this way. I'll say something to him, like, 10 seconds later, and he'll be like, what? Like, he's asleep that quick. What? It takes me about 10 minutes to fall asleep, but I am like, I fall asleep quickly. I mean, do you guys remember how long? I mean, I talked in this vlog forever about couldn't fall asleep. Took me hours. I toss and turn. I mean, I took the trazodone, doxepin, all that stuff. None of it helped me. None of it did. I don't take any of that stuff anymore. I think it's just, to be honest with you, like working through so much stuff. Like I have, this last year, and just really setting stuff aside that I cannot control. Like that is, it's almost like I had to go, I don't know, like it's almost like I had to go through such hard stuff the last couple of years to really realize that I have so little control over what happens. That I was talking about this in my Peterisms video today. I really only have control to my reactions to it or my response to it. But like, I think I don't think I've got it 100%, but I'm starting to get there, if that makes sense. I'm not talking about like anything specific. I'm just talking about like worries about stuff, from anything from like the patio door, when is it getting fixed, to what time's Caroline coming on Wednesday, to a dentist appointment that I had to all this stuff. You know, it's like, I would just kind of like, my therapist uses the word ruminate. Like I would just fixate on stuff, ruminate on it forever, you know, like, I don't know, something that somebody said to me that hurt my feelings, but I would just spin, and I just lay there in bed and I just spin and conversations and script conversations I want to have with people and think about videos I want to make and whatever. I don't do that anymore. Like I lay my head on the pillow at night, and sure, I still think about stuff. Like I do, like I think about stuff every once, you know, like I'll think about, oh, I want to do this tomorrow, whatever, but it's like, it kind of, like, and I will say this too, like, one of the tricks I've learned recently is that, and I actually learned this from that magic book by Rhonda Byrne, where you go through, like, you hold a magic rock at the end of the day. I mean, it's like little things I picked up through the years, but you hold onto that rock at the end of the day while you're laying in bed and you think about the best thing that happened to you during the day. One of the things I started to do is that, this coffee is good. If I start really fixating on something while I'm laying there trying to go to sleep, I immediately, because I do think that that's like a remnant of the OCD being left over, me trying to control things I can't control, I immediately go to, well, the other thing that's weird about it too is the less I try to control things, the more I don't care about them. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like the less that I have tried to control things, because I've realized I have very little control over other people, other things, events of the world. I just don't. Like, you know, that doesn't mean that I don't have an opinion about it, or I don't stay educated on it, or I don't enter conversations about it. But I don't know. I just, life is short. You know, I'm not expending my energy on things I can't change. If I have some power to educate people or change things, and of course I'm going to do that. But like, I'm not talking even about like huge world events. That's not what I'm talking about with this. I'm talking about, if somebody's upset with me, I can't change that unless I take responsibility for it and we have a conversation. Past that, if somebody, you know what I mean? Or I can't change, like, well, if you call to get a doctor's appointment, you can't get in until January. I can't change that. Like, I can ask them nicely to put me on a waiting list if somebody cancels, you know? But I mean, to get mad about it and be like, God, I can't get in until, I mean, I don't know, what's the point? You know, what's the point? Like, there is no point in that. You know, it's like with the patio door, it's like I said, you know, that's something that like 5 years ago, I mean, Alex and I were talking about it today because he was talking to them about when they're going to like come back out here and blah, 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 whatever. And it's going to be sooner rather than later. It's not going to take as long as we thought it was. But that's something 5 years ago I'd been like, oh my God, I can't believe we're living like this. It's completely fine. I was talking to my dad yesterday, and because I called to tell him about my friend, and he was like, oh, Pete, that's so sad, you know, anyway. But I was telling him about this. Like, he was like, you have like wood paneling. He goes like nice wood. I said, no, it's literally 2-ply, big, huge. Like, it looks like you just went to like, the hardware store and bought 2 big wood. But then they put this foam around it that like hardens. And I said, it doesn't, like the dogs at first were kind of confused about it. I mean, would I want my house to look like that? No, it literally looks like a zombie apocalypse. Like, we just took 2 boards but they did it in a nice way. But like, I mean, you can see where it says on the side of it, like wherever they got it from or whatever. I mean, it's not nicely done. But like 5 years ago, and my dad's laughing. He's like, that's just part of life, Pete. He's like, like you got to get stuff done. He was telling me about him and my stepmom, and he was like, what did they get? Their fireplace in the basement. They have this gorgeous, like they love Santa Fe, and so they have their whole basement redone one year, like Santa Fe. Like they have like one of those fireplaces. It's gorgeous, and so they had to get it all redone. And he was like, we couldn't even we had plastic, and he's like the dog, and anyway, something about. But anyway, he's like, that's just part of life, My dad's always been like that. My dad, like my mom was so wound tightly. My dad never has been. My dad is so calm, like. I don't know, maybe I'm trying to tap into that a little bit as I get older. I don't know, I used to just get so stressed out about stuff, and I just don't allow myself to do that anymore. Like, I really have to work through it. Like, I'll ask myself, like, in my head, like, is this worth it? Is this worth your energy? You can't control it anyway. The door's gonna get fixed when the door's gonna get fixed, and like, Tanya always says this, like, when something happens, she'll say, if that's the worst thing that happens to me in my day, I have a pretty good life. I mean, if the worst thing that happens to me in my day, there are people out there that are starving, that, can't get accessibility to food, healthcare, water, clean water. People are fighting for their lives every day. We got a patio door. I'm not going to stress out about the fact that somebody don't like me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be the first time. It's not going to be the last. I'm not going to stress out about the fact that a million different things, And I think, like, once I gave that up, and like I said, I'm not there yet. Like, I'm probably like 60 to 70% there. And that's a long way I've come in the last 5 to 10 years. Like, I've come from like 0 to that. Like, that's a long way. I'm still not there. I still have to, like, in my head, think it through and work it through. Not all the time. Some days come easier than others. And I don't know, maybe that is a side effect of the medicine. Maybe the medicine is working in ways that I don't know with the therapy. I don't know, but like, I don't really know what it's supposed to do. Like, I was talking to my therapist about that, my last session last week. I was like, I don't really know, like so many people, whenever I mention Alexa Pro, have reached out to me, but it's like, even some people, when they say things, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't really, like, I don't know, like, how I'm supposed to feel. I don't feel like, I knew it wasn't going to be, like, an immediate thing, I'm fully aware of that. I know about how these drugs work, that it takes a while to build up in your system, but I don't really know how I'm supposed to feel differently. I do know that I'm not like I don't obsess about things the way that I did before, but I also did a lot of work on my OCD. I've done a lot of work on my anxiety long before I ever took it, so I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of all of it. I feel lighter. I'm not talking about the medicine now, just in general. I feel lighter. I don't feel as consumed about stuff. Maybe my head is easier, so I am able to fall asleep quicker because it's just not filled with all this noise. I don't know. I feel more relaxed in the evenings. I think reading has really, really helped me with that. I think the walking is probably the number one thing that has helped me the most. It's why, even though it's like freezing cold out here, I'm like, I still want to walk, even if it's just 15 or 20 minutes. Like, when I started the walking last year, people were like, even if you just get out for 15 minutes, 100%, you're absolutely right. That is totally how I think today. Those were probably walkers that were saying that, because it's the truth. Once you get out for 10 or 15 minutes, what you know is, well, a 10 or 15 minute walk is better than no walk, number one. Number two, it never is a 10 or 15 minute walk. You're always going to walk longer than that. Am I going to walk for an hour and a half tonight? No, it's too cold. But like, even if I walk for 15 or 20 minutes, I'll feel better. It clears my head up. Like, I don't know, I just feel, like, mental health-wise, I feel so much better than I felt 6 months or a year ago. I just do, like, I feel more clear-headed. I don't feel like I focus so much on negativity. I've had to work a lot through it. Like, like when I talk about like doing the work and whatever, like I've had to like go to my therapist and be like, I'm fixating on this. Like I'm like the OCD is coming back, or what do I do with this? Or I'm finding myself being really negative, or I find myself like consumed with negativity, or like, what do I do with all of this? You know, and it's like, I mean, I think back on some of my vlogs like 2-3 years ago, and I just was negative. I don't ever want to be in that space again. I don't ever want to be in that space again. I just don't, you know? But it's been a lot of work. It's been painful work. It's been hard. I mean, it's been hard. I've had to really look at some things with both my therapist and my sponsor and Alex, and talking to Tanya and my other friends. And I mean, Nikki's been a godsend. She has really helped so much with stuff. And it's just, you know, like, yeah, it's just talking it out loud, just getting it out has been so helpful to me. And hearing other people's stories, I think has been really helpful. And I'm like, God, I'm not alone in how I feel. Reading and getting back into TV shows, like, I think it's why I'm posting more on my BookTube channel, because I'm so happy reading. And the TV channels, like, force me to watch things I probably wouldn't watch. It just, like, helps me escape at night. Like, I don't know, I feel relaxed in a way. You know, like, whenever I say this, I always feel like people are like, well, what's he talking about? Like, they're not my stories to tell. I'm talking about things with people like family members and friends of mine, things that happened to them, you know, medical issues, deaths in their family, things like that. That happens to me that I don't ever bring to my videos or my vlogs, because, like I said, they're not my stories to tell. But that doesn't mean that I'm not, like, you know, a friend of mine, if something happens to them, I can share that. But, like, if it's a family member of theirs, like, I have a lot of, I mean, listen, people in my life have gone through some horrific shit in the last couple years. And so, like, you know, I talk to them on the phone and whatever, and it's like, things that I think, like, and there's been things that have, you know, happened to me, I mean, medically, like some of the conversations I've had with my doctors about my health and my weight the last couple years. Like, I didn't 100% bring everything to camera. There's been other things that, like, some medical testing that I was worried about. I don't bring everything medical anymore to video. Medically, everything is good with me today. It's very, very good. I was just telling my dad about that yesterday. He sent me the nicest text last night. Oh my God, my dad, when we got done talking, he sent me the nicest text. Let me see what he said again. Hold on a second. Alex is texting me. Nikki's texting me. He was like, Pete, so glad to hear so much happiness in your voice and how successful you seem to feel. He said, I always had your back, kiddo. Love, Dad. And I don't know, we just had such a great talk last night, and I do feel good. Like, I feel, but it's been hard, you know, it's been like, I don't know, it's like, but it's been so worth it. You know, it's been so worth it. And I just feel lighter. And I don't mean that in any sense of like the weight. Yes, that I do. But like lighter, just like, honest to God, stuff that would have bothered me 5 years ago is like literally water off a duck's back. And it's not that it doesn't, okay, it's not that it doesn't bother me or it doesn't hurt or I'm not affected by it. It's that, like what I was talking about earlier, like I realize I don't really have any control over that. Let's just use the patio door, for example. Like, that is something, like, I would have, like, really, like, 10 years ago been like, oh, my God, well, do we need to call another company? Like, what are we going to do? Blah, blah, blah. Where's the money going to come from? Blah, blah, blah. You know, Alex is such a calming person. My dad has always been very calm. I think I'm like, Tanya's very calm. Nikki, oh, my God, Nikki is so calm. Mel and I caught up on the phone the other day. Was that yesterday? Yeah, Mel and I talked for a long time on the phone yesterday. Oh, that was after the vlog. Talked to my dad, talked to Mel. Mel is, I feel like I'm surrounded by all these calm people. Like Tanya said to me the last couple of years, she's like, you used to just be constantly like nervous energy. And she's like, you're so calm anymore. I've had to do a lot of work on, I know like on videos, I'm like, oh, that's on a video, you know, like, I don't know, I feel really good. But I think it's a combination of things. Like reading has really helped me slow my mind down. I think the walking has definitely helped. Therapy is just, oh my God, therapy has been unbelievably powerful. I feel so just blessed to have the people that I have in my life. Like I said, I have a small group, but I love everybody, you know, that I have. And get excited about small things now. Like Mel and I were talking about our project that we're doing together. Nikki and I are talking about our reading project. Tanya and I are like, Alex has got this bachelorette party that he's doing like in January. Tanya and I are like, let's go on a trip. Let's go somewhere in January or whatever. She's like, we probably won't. I don't know, but we might, you know? And it's like, I don't know. It's like, look at the next book I'm going to read. You know, tonight I'm like, last night I watched Mother May I Sleep with Danger, the original Lifetime movie. I was like, what movie am I going to watch tonight? You know, what show am I going to watch? I don't know. It's just like, I talked about this for so long, like, life is really about the simple things. And I did feel that way. My mom taught me that. My dad's taught me that too, but my mom really taught me that. And it's like, I don't know, like, I've really stepped into that. I just really appreciate, like, a candle in the kitchen and, like, a cup of fresh coffee. I don't know, like, I feel really happy and content right now, you know? I really do. That doesn't mean that sad things or things that make me angry don't happen throughout I'm just like anybody else. I'm human. Stuff happens. My ears are getting really cold. Stuff happens to me that makes me angry or makes me sad. You know, like yesterday, like I did lay in bed last night. I was thinking about my friend and you know, it was like, I don't know, you know, but like, I look at all of it, I guess. I have a very blessed life. And, I've had a very blessed life. I have a very blessed life. And, I mean, I think as many times as I've gotten on here and talked about how sad I am or how angry I am or how upset I am, I think I need to share also when I'm happy. You know, I talked years ago about, like, being content. This was such a powerful, like, moment for me when I was vlogging. I don't know if people remember this, but this was a moment of clarity for me. When I talked about, like, I've been thinking about the idea of being content. That I had ranked my days a lot at like 1, 2s, or 3s of being like on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being horrible, 10 being awesome. That I would look at my days and I'd be like, my days are either 1, 2s, and 3s, like they're shit, right? Or like something horrible happens, even 0s maybe, or like they're 8, 9s, and 10s, like they're amazing. But we don't ever really look at, like, I said this on there years ago. I said, I can remember where I was. I was like going to the casino, I think, because I was like, I don't know, maybe I feel like I was like in Anderson, Indiana. But I was like, we don't really talk about the 4, 5s, and 6s. The days that just are okay. Like, you get up, you do your job, you eat a nice dinner, you watch a TV show, nothing fantastic happens, nothing horrible happens. This is just a 4, 5, or 6. But aren't most of our days 4, 5, or 6s? You know, or a 3 or a 7? You know, it's like, not all of our days are going to be amazingly fantastic or horribly tragic. But what about those in-between days that we're just content? People even kind of made fun of me for it when I said it. And we're like, okay, we get it, Peter, you're content. But like, I think it's something we overlook a lot in life, you know? I think that because I live my life online, when I'm very sad about something or whatever, like, those are the, you know, or I'm really angry or whatever, like, I think those are the moments that, I know people are like, I would say a lot, not everybody, but I would say, those are typically the peaks in like the views and the vlogs. People are like, oh, what happened? What's going on? I share everything, the ups and downs, the highs, the lows of my life. I think if I'm going to share all that, it's important for me to share too when I'm doing really good and I feel really happy. Nothing extraordinary has happened in the last couple days. I haven't won the lottery. I mean, it's not like, you know, we have no trips planned. I have no trips planned right now. Alex is planning this bachelorette trip with his friends, but I have no trips planned right now. You know, it's like, but tonight I look forward to a short walk, maybe. Maybe a pizza, I don't know, you know, like a TV show, reading some books, you know, a nap, and a restful evening with the dogs and Alex. That's good, you know? Like, I'm happy right now. I'm really doing good, but I've done so much work to get there, you know? And that doesn't mean that I'm not, like, I only say that doesn't mean because I want to normalize this. That doesn't mean that I don't have bad shit that happens throughout the day. It just means I try not to let myself get caught off guard by it anymore. I try not to let it dominate my day. I try to use my tools of, like, you can start your day over whenever you want. Pick up the phone, talk to somebody, vent, get it out, you know? Look for other solutions. Don't stay in the negative. Where are you going to put your energy? I try to think of all those things, you know? And there are going to be days that I'm going to be angry and I'm going to be pissed off and I'm going to be sad, and I have a right to those days. And maybe on those days, I can reserve for those days. But I don't want to live in it every day. I don't want to live in that negativity. I've known so many people in my life, myself included, that lived for months on and just everything was so negative. I don't want to be that. For the people around me, but most of all for myself. What a wasted life, you know? So although the work has been hard, I'm grateful for it. And I'll tell you, like people ask me often, they'll DM me and they'll be like, when you say the work that you do in therapy, what do you mean? It means like, when I have my therapy sessions, I go, this is what I want to talk about today. Like I'm struggling with this. You know, a while ago, some of my OCD traits were coming back. I told them, I said, I need to talk about this. My OCD traits are coming back. We talked about it, you know? If I'm feeling super anxious, if I'm angry about something, I'll say, I'm angry about this. I'm pissed off. I want to talk about it. If I'm sad, I talk about it. If I don't have anything to talk about, I'll say, I don't have anything to talk about. What should we talk about? He'll be like, well, I noticed, you know, in your last session. I'll be like, okay, let's talk about it. I'm honest with myself about what's going on in my life and in my head, and I bring it to my therapist. Typically, I run it by my sponsor first. You know, she'll say, let's do some inventory over it or pray on it. Or, you know what I do? I pray on a lot of stuff. And I'll be like, the next day I'll wake up and I'll be like, yeah, that's not worth the time and energy on it. Or no, I do need to talk this through. I feel like right now in my life, I feel very, very grateful and very happy. So I just want to share that with you guys because you guys are a huge part of that. Oh my God, the battery this must be the one battery, or maybe it's the cold. I don't know. I feel like I talked about it last year when it would get cold because I'm at like 50 minutes right now and the battery just went to the halfway mark. So let's share a little bit about my last 24 hours in case the battery doesn't make it to an hour. I think it made it to like an hour and 1 minute yesterday or something. I should have brought another battery out here, but honestly, I didn't think I would make it this long. But I do have to tell you what's funny is, so I'm kind of coming up with a list for my movie channel. I'm going to do like, I'm thinking about doing like 25 days of Christmas. and putting it out what movies I'm going to watch and review. I'm thinking about doing this. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. That way people can watch the movies and then watch the reviews afterwards if they want to participate with me. But I was thinking about it because two movies that I sat out here and watched, well, I used to sit out here, I mean, in the dead of winter, like after the accident, like that whole last year leading up, I sat out here because I just didn't want to be in the house. And I can remember two movies that I watched. Well, that Thanksgiving, I think it was, Caroline and I love the movie Home is Where the Heart Is. Is that the movie? With, what's her name? I can't think. Robert Downey Jr. and Holly Hunter. We always say it's like our family. Did I watch that last year again? Well, one year I watched it, and it was cold, and I sat out here. But do you know what movie I sat out here and I watched? I feel like it was like Christmas Eve I watched it, or like, I don't know, maybe it wasn't. But it was still, it's a newer Christmas movie, last couple years. Won an Oscar. I love The Holdovers. But I sat out here in the cold with my heated vest on and watched The Holdovers. It was like the perfect movie to sit outside in the cold and watch. But now I look at it and I think, or I look at me, I was like, that was nuts. I don't ever sit out here and watch. I didn't even sit out here this summer and watch TV. Maybe one night I did. I think I watched, oh no, that was last year when I watched Jackie Brown out here. I always sit in my chair inside now. I never sit out here anymore. But that's kind of crazy to think that. So the Holdovers, I think what I'm trying to figure out when I'm going to start it. It's getting really cold. I'm trying to think when I'm going to start this movie watch along. If I do, I might just do it myself and react to the movies. Or would it be better, do you think, if I put a list out of like what, I mean, where am I going to put it, you know? But I think I'm going to watch and try to pre-film a video to put up on Thanksgiving Day of Home is Where the Heart Is. That's not where the movie... What's the movie with Holly Hunter? Well, I can't think of it. I need to text. Home is Where the Heart Is. That's not where the heart is? No. What's the Holly Hunter movie? Why can't I think of it? I should just text Caroline. Holly Hunter Thanksgiving movie. Home for the Holidays! Home for the Holidays. Such a great movie. Claire Danes is in it too. Claire Danes plays her daughter. So I think I'm going to rewatch that again this year. Caroline and I usually watch it the same day. So I think maybe I'll rewatch it and then, oh, Caroline and I should do a movie review together of that. That would be so cute. And then post it on Thanksgiving Day. And then, well, I think I might do that like the 23rd. Well, I don't even know, Thanksgiving Day. And then the day after Thanksgiving, I'm going to start, like, the Christmas movie-thon. And I think I might do Miracle on 34th Street. Because I want to watch a lot of Christmas movies this year. I want to watch ones I've never watched before. So please put some of your favorite Christmas movies. Made-for-TV movies would be the best. I mean, most of the big movies I've seen. So, like, the made-for-TV movies that are your favorite Christmas ones would be really, really helpful to me. But Okay, so last night I watched, when I got up from my nap, I read for a little bit. And then I watched, I don't know that I'm going to be able to walk. It's like really getting cold out here. I watched Sister Wives and took my notes. And then I wanted to watch a movie. So I watched Mother May I Sleep with Danger with Tori Spelling. That was what I did my movie review on today. And then afterwards, I started the night before, Three Pines on Amazon Prime. Okay, I'm not really sure what I think of it, I'll be honest with you. I thought it would be like a BritBox show, but it's not on BritBox. It's just on Amazon Prime. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Twin Peaks, but not as weird. I love Twin Peaks. One of my favorite shows of life is Twin Peaks. I've seen everything. David Lynch, I love him. Sadly, he passed away, I think, earlier this year. A couple people have told me, like, when my hair is done and stuff like that, they think I look like David Lynch. I'm like, somebody DM'd me in my picture on Instagram. They're like, you look like David Lynch in this picture. I'm like, I take that as a huge compliment. I love David Lynch. I love all of his movies. I thought he was genius. Wild at Heart is my favorite with Laura Dern. Oh, and what's her name that just passed away? Laura Dern's mother. She has passed away. Loved her too. She was so fantastic in that. But anyway, I haven't seen that movie in forever. I should watch that movie again and react to it on my movie channel. I should, because I love that movie. So it's kind of a summer movie, though, with Nicolas Cage and Laura Dern, Wild at Heart. My mom loved Mulholland Drive. That was like one of her favorite movies. My mom loved David Lynch movies, too. But anyway, so I started watching Three Pines. Three Pines is about this detective. I think he's from Toronto, maybe. And the back his story to it, so, like, the first two episodes were this woman that was killed in this town called Three Pines. And she was, like, an author, and she was real, like, famous, kind of. But then the third episode, like, they solve it by the end of the second episode. And the third episode, he has to go back to this town because something else happens. I just started the third episode last night. Did I not start it until last night? Maybe I just started it last night. But the background story to it is that he's also investigating this missing woman, and it's about the missing Indigenous women of Canada. And it reminds me, I mean, I feel like I watch a lot of movies about missing Indigenous women, which I think is really, really important that we talk about, because I think it's something that's not talked a lot about. And they cover it a lot. Like, they talked about it in True Detective. They talked about it in, that TV show with Hilary Swank I loved, Alaska Daily, by the newspaper. That was I wish that show had never gotten canceled. It was so good. So maybe I started it last night, or did I start it the night before? I don't remember. I think I started the night before and watched like 10 minutes of it. But I finished episode 1 and 2 last night and started episode 3, but I'm only like 10 or 15 minutes into it. They go into this house, and there's these kids in there, and then somebody gets kicked down the stairs and dies. That's about as far as I'm into it. I don't know. Like, I like the guy that plays a detective. There's like this detective in the town, like she's like from one town over. She's real funny. She kind of reminds me of Frances McDormand in Fargo, which I should review that movie too. I haven't seen that in forever. I like it. I don't know. There's just something more about. There's a funniness to it. I don't love the funny, kind of like quirky detective shows. I don't know, there's something to me that's just not clicking about it for me. I don't know. I like I said, I like it. It's watchable. It's only 8 episodes, so I'll finish it. But it's not as good as the BritBox shows. I think the next BritBox show I'm going to watch is either Unforgotten or Blue Lights. And I think I'm also going to get, Tanya told me she didn't think I needed it. I think it's only like $4.99, $3.99 a month. And I think I'm going to get Acorn TV too, which is like other British TV shows, Australian TV shows, because I love some Australian TV shows. So I think I'm going to get that too. So if you guys have Acorn, any of you have Acorn, I don't want funny shows. I want thriller mystery dramas. If you have Acorn and you have thriller mystery dramas that you love, please put those in the comment section below as well. So anyway, I watched that late last night. I started getting really, really tired, which was interesting because I drank like 2 cups of coffee late. And then I was drinking water, and I started getting really tired. Like, I was falling asleep watching that. I was going to watch the 3rd episode of Three Pines, and I started, like, getting really tired. I was like, just go to sleep. The dogs were sleeping next to me. I was like, put them in their house, let them go to sleep. I was like, just go to sleep. I knew I wanted to film a lot of videos today, so I was like, okay, I'm going to go to sleep. So I went to sleep. Then I got up today, had to make a lot of phone calls and appointments and stuff like that. And then I ended up filming. The only channel I didn't film on was my BookTube channel. So And all those videos should be up because that's one of the reasons why I got out here late. Well, Alex texted me that he was on his way home. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to start vlogging until he gets home. So I was like making thumbnails. The most horrible thumbnails in the world. I was like making thumbnails and I was like uploading the videos on my phone and I got it all done. And so they're all like, they were all scheduled. I'm trying not to like, I usually go through and I'll be like, post. I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to like separate them by like a half an hour or an hour. So is this blanket wet? I feel like this blanket is wet. So I think they're all scheduled to post, or I don't know. They probably are all up by now, because it's almost 7:15. So they're probably all up by now. And yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to walk or not. I'm like really indecisive about this. See, that's the problem. The camera stopped. I can't believe I made it to an hour. The problem is that once I put my AirPods in, I just remembered I'm going to have to vlog early tomorrow night, because tomorrow night we're going to Alex's friend's birthday and it's all couples. We're going to this restaurant I've never been to before. I'm real excited about that. So I get to pick out a cute outfit from all my new clothes. Well, not my new clothes, but my old new clothes in my closet. I get to pick a cute outfit. It's going to be so cold tomorrow night. I get to wear like a, maybe I'll do like a little sweater with like this shirt over it. You know, I love that look, you know? Okay, so anyway, maybe I'll do like a different color shirt, like a black shirt or something. Ooh, or you know what I like is that very kind of like English countryside, you know, look where it's like button down, but with like a tighter sweater under it. But like then you don't put the collar out. You put the, you know what I'm talking about? I mean, it's very preppy from back in the day, but maybe I'll do that. And then I'll wear like, oh my God, like my lace up fry boots and like some jeans cuffed up real high. I'm so excited now for this day. I love doing like couples dinners. I think that's fun. But anyway, so that's tomorrow night. So I think dinner is at 7:30. So we'll probably have to leave her about 7. Well, I won't have to start getting ready then until about 6:30. So if I start vlogging at like 5:30, I'll still get a long vlog in. I filmed a lot today, so I'll probably still film a lot tomorrow. But and then Wednesday's cousin fun day, and then Thursday and Friday is gonna be warmer. 70 on Saturday. Can you believe it? I'm gonna do it like on Saturday. I'm gonna do like a Peter Dusto video. I'm called "Going Back to the Pool." 70 degrees, the pool's open. That's what I'm gonna do on Saturday. The tarp is up over the pool. I saw that today. I hadn't seen it because I haven't walked down that way, but the tarp is over the pool. So anyway, so tonight, oh, I have Dragula tonight. I love me some Dragula, but it doesn't come on until late. Oh my God, I forgot to tell you guys. This is what I watched last night. Alex and I did not catch up on shows. Alex was watching. He finished something, and then he started Wednesday, because he was sitting on the couch watching the TV. I had my iPad. I am completely, that was one of my, okay, so you guys know I made my list of all the things I wanted to get done this weekend. Oh my God, I got so much stuff done on that list, and had so much fun. I had so much fun hanging out with my husband this weekend, the dogs. But I am completely caught up on all of my shows. I sat and watched 3 episodes of Below Deck Mediterranean back-to-back last night. It was so fun. I forgot how much I love that show. So that's on tonight. The problem is now I got to keep up with the shows. Like I got to keep up, like it's on tonight, Dragula's on tonight. Tomorrow I don't have anything so I can watch that. I got to figure out, if you want to put in the comment section below a Lifetime movie that you would like me to review, put that in the, or any made for TV movie, put it in the comment section below. I don't mind, I'll rent it. If it's like on Amazon, I'll rent it for a couple dollars, like $5. I don't mind. Some old made for TV movie that is like a must watch. If not, I'm thinking about either doing an episode of Welcome to Plathville tonight for my TV channel, or I'm thinking about watching The Wonderful Wild Whites of West Virginia. I haven't watched that in a long time, and reviewing that for my TV channel, or maybe looking to see what new true crime is out there. I screenshot. Do you guys know who that documentary girl is? That's her name, that documentary girl. She has like a Facebook and like an Instagram. Oh my God, she gives the best recommendations. She recommended a documentary called Something in the High Desert. Missing in the High Desert or something, so I might watch that, see what new true crimes come out, and maybe watch one of those. I don't know. And then tonight I'm going to try to like watch some more of Three Pines. I got to get it done because I'm kind of like not really, unless it gets really good, I'm kind of over it. Is it like 3 different, well, every 2 episodes, so is it like 4 different mysteries that all take place in the same town? I like the guy that plays the detective, but he's real serious. I don't know. I like the British dramas more. They're like mysterious, and I don't know. It's good. The first part takes place at Christmas time in the winter, but now we're like, it's like later, and the snow's melted, and I I knew I shouldn't start this one. I knew I should have started another BritBox show because I was like, I'm so into these BritBox shows. All right, I'm getting off here now before I'm completely frozen like an ice cube. So I hope you guys are having a magically amazing Monday. I hope you're having a fantastic beginning to your week. Put your recommendations for your favorite made-for-TV movie or your favorite Lifetime movie in the comment section below. I don't care what year it came out. I will find it. I'll watch it on YouTube. I'll rent it. I'll do whatever I have to do, and I'll review it. Anyway, and if somebody puts one and you think it's a good suggestion, like it or comment, yes, this one. And then that way, the one that gets the most, then I'll know. Anyway, hope you guid what did I say? Having a magically amazing Monday and fantastic beginning to your week. If nobody else has told you this today, you know. I love you guys. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Happy birthday, Lena.